If you're looking for a full body push workout that you can start taking to the gym with you, so you can tone up your thighs, your glutes, and your upper body, then this is going to be a great workout for you to start applying to your training. So this is actually going to be my current workout that I'm doing for my full body push session. So what I'm going to do is run you through how I do things so you have a bit more of an understanding of it and show you some tips and tricks along the way to help you get the best results possible. So what we're going to actually start with is some leg extensions. Now, a lot of people overcomplicate like warming up for movements. Do you know the best way to warm up for an exercise? Is just doing the exercise that you're about to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a couple warm-up sets of this, warming up my joints for this movement, and then from there we can hit the workout properly. So what I typically tend to do is 2 warm-up sets, slowly building up to my working weight. And then from there, I'm good to go, and I'll start going into the exercise properly and doing the proper weight. You see, most people will try and get you some doing a crazy elaborate workout routine of like anything that's pretty pointless. Whereas me, I give you the non-bullshit advice and we just get into the actual movement so you can save your time and not waste anything at the gym. I don't usually have energy drinks, by the way. Like, I've been given these for free by a local supplement store. But also, just spent the past few hours filming content for you guys, so I need a bit of an energy kit before I go into this. Cool, so yeah, I've done them off 2 warm-up sets, so now I'm just gonna crack on, get into it, and start getting into my actual exercises and working sets from here. Enjoy. I can't listen to this music though. What the fuck is this? Where's my phone? I usually try and keep the music like PG when I've got clients here, but because it's me training, I'll put on some proper music. Can never go wrong with Chris Brown, so we'll start there. Right. See, when most people train, they think that training to failure is when you just start to struggle a little bit, and they fear that when their technique starts to go or they don't get the full range of movement, that this is somehow a bad thing. But it's actually a pretty good thing. As you saw towards the end of my set then, I wasn't getting the full height anymore. I was probably only getting 3/4 of the way. The thing is, if I was to stop when I can't get that full range, I'm missing out parts of the movement still, right? Because my quads still have to contract from here to 3/4 of the way. They're still working. It doesn't mean that they're just not doing anything. So it makes sense to continue pushing even to that point, because you're still getting 3/4 of the rep versus 0% of the rep, if that makes sense. So yeah, just make sure when you're training intensity is hard. 1, you kind of sound like this and really out of breath just from doing the leg extension, but also that you're putting in some pretty serious effort, because that's what's going to help you change your body shape. I'm going to shut up for a bit. So what I currently do for my leg extensions is the first set is a little bit lighter weight, higher repetitions, being 15 repetitions. And then after that, I increase the weight and bring down the reps. Yeah, just changing up the rep range is all. So here we go. What you'll notice in my exercises is that I don't use any momentum at the top or bottom, and I'll always take that pause, whether it's at the bottom, I'll stop for a second, or at the top, I'll stop it for a second. And that's simply because I'm just trying to kill all momentum in the movement. Because if you're just bouncing the weight and throwing it around, like a lot of that is just like momentum, right? It's just swinging back and forth. It's not so much the muscles controlling it, but just Again, momentum. The way I always describe it is, you know those little ball things that you knock side to side and it knocks each other? It's just momentum swinging back and forth. Whereas if you take time to like get a real good pause at the top and a pause at the bottom, it just makes the exercise so much more challenging and harder, and it destroys your muscles basically, which is kind of what we're looking for. Final set, let's do it. I was meant to actually do calves before this, but I forgot. So again, slowly increasing the weight, warming up the joints and movements. I don't do this for every exercise, but I'll do it on the main ones where I feel like I need it. You know, some exercises feel like you could potentially tweak something. That's the only ones I do it on. So yeah, there's probably about 3 exercises in this, maybe 4 that I'll warm up on. The rest I just crack on with and get right into it because I feel all right. The trick is also to not overdo your warm-up sets as well. You don't need to do like a certain amount of repetitions or like a certain intensity. Just keep going until you feel like you're warmed up in that movement, and then you're pretty much good to go from there. So when it comes to calf raises, there's been some studies done recently showing that I think they took 2 different groups. One group was just performing the lower half of the movement, and then one group was performing either the full range of the movement or just the top range of the movement. I can't remember. But anyway, the group that just performed the lower half of the movement was shown to have more significant gains in their calves. Basically leading to showing that lengthened training is pretty beneficial for muscle hypertrophy. However, what I tend to do is I still like to get full range of movement, but once I can't get that full range of movement, I'll just keep going on that bottom half of the movement. And then I like to finish up my calf raises with a 10-second, I don't like to, that's the wrong word because it's disgusting and it hurts so much, but the last 10 seconds I'll sit in a deep, deep stretch position for the movement, which yeah, kills, but again, it's been pretty good and I found pretty good results off the back of doing it. You maybe not think so looking at my calves, but I promise they've grown. I was going to give some advice then, but I forgot what it was going to be. My brain's gone. All the blood's gone to my calves instead. I remembered what it was. It was when your feet slip on the calves. Like, that's okay. Like, a lot of people worry about when their feet slip and they have to readjust. It's normal. Like, I don't know anyone's foot that doesn't slip during calf raises. So at any point, just reshuffle your feet, get them back into position, and then you're good to go. Right, calf's done. And then what we're gonna do now is move on to some chest movements. So I don't know if many people actually know this. I don't think I've actually spoke about it much, but I'm prepping for a photo shoot. I've never done anything like it and got into that sort of shape before, but I've hired a coach to help me, and we are speaking this week, in fact, about my chest is just a lagging area. So what we've actually done is swapped around my workout a little bit, because what I noticed was when I was doing like my main leg exercises, like my hack squats and my leg press, time I got to the chest, I was completely blitzed that I couldn't lift that much. And because that's an area I need to focus on and push a little bit more, what we've done is swapped around some of the routines. So now I'm doing my chest closer to the start of my workout, where I've got more energy and can focus on it. And because my quads are in relatively good shape, so I believe, I put them a little bit later in the workout so I can put more energy and effort into training my chest a little bit more. So this is actually the first week, God, I'm sweating, of doing the whole chest thing earlier on in the workout. So I'll feed back and let you know how it feels. Okay, so a little tip for getting the dumbbells up. A lot of people do this wrong, and they just try and like curl into it and try and push up from there, which is ridiculously hard. So much easier way, and you'll see the difference now. All you have to do is flick, flick, press, and it just goes up so much easier, so you can lift a heavier weight. And then when it comes to like resting and everything, you'd probably be surprised to hear that a lot of these exercises, I'm resting 3 minutes in between. And again, that's just because of the training intensity that goes into each set, that I need 3 minutes rest before I can go again and get the same can't even speak properly. I need the 3 minutes, you see. To try and get the same similar sort of repetitions, just need that big rest. Whereas a lot of people, or should I say a lot of women, usually tend to rest like 60 seconds. It's just nowhere near enough. Maybe it's enough for the intensity, but if you put this intensity in, promise you need so much more rest in between sets. Right, let's line up the next song. Now we'll do the final sets of dumbbell press. It's a bit slow, that one. Just listen to that one. I'll get there. There we go, that'll be a good one. All right. First exercise, can't even speak. Come back to me in a minute. So usually I don't train this workout at this gym, but because I'm so nice and I want to give you this video, I'm doing it here today, but I'm gonna have to change up some of my exercises. So I would usually go from like a free weight dumbbell press into a machine, like a stable exercise. The reason being is when it comes to like free weights and stuff, it tends to take a lot more like motor control. And like when it comes to that stability, obviously the fresher you are for like unstable exercises, the more you can put in for it. But because my chest is already shot, if I was to go into another unstable exercise now, I'm not gonna be able to get the most out of it. So this is where I'd usually go into a stable chest exercise, like machine supported, so I can train harder and not worry about like my control and stability going. But because I don't have that, because I'm videoing this for you, we're gonna do it on a cable chest press instead. Now, a quick idea and a tip for you. If you ever go to do this exercise, but you find this is too low down to get into position, a simple hack that you can use is if you pull this out, pull that out a little bit, shove that one back in. Now it starts from here instead. So instead of reaching all the way down here and trying to grab it, you can just start from this position and it's much easier. Did you know that, Ryan?
No, I didn't.
You learned something new today then. And the good thing is as well, like if you're a short woman and you struggle to reach the lat pull down, you can do this on the lat pull down as well. If you grab the bar, pull the pin out, or firstly, pull the pin out first, pull the bar down, shove the pin back in. The lat pull down will stay around here so you can reach it and not try and like jump up to reach it. Just makes it easier.
Yeah, it does.
Or if you're a short man. Depends who's landed on the channel today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just make sure they're even as well, because it helps. Right, let's do it. Another thing you want to make sure of is one, obviously, that they're even in terms of how many holes. But the thing I just realized is I had different weights on either side. And now I've got different holes. 1, 2, I've still got different holes. Done. Okay, so only 2 sets of these. So this is the final set of this one. And then we're going to move into some triceps. And then we're going to hit up the rest of quads afterwards. Apparently studies have shown that grunting does make a better difference in your workouts. Apparently swearing does as well, but I try and keep it to the minimum. All right, so next we are going to move on to triceps. Again, another weak point for me. So it's going in front of my quads for now. Well, I say it's in front of my quads. Obviously I've done leg extensions first, but when it comes to the more bigger compound lifts, they're just being a little bit later in the exercise routine. So yeah, it tends to be like my back and my biceps are a lot stronger than my chest and my triceps. And because I'm gonna be doing like a photo shoot and getting really like lean and dialed in, it's just making sure that I bring like a balanced physique basically. It's my own fault that my chest and everything's a little bit smaller because I've never really cared about having a big chest. I've never thought it was like not a great thing, but it's just not something I wanted to aspire to. It was more the shoulders and the width in the lats and stuff which I trained towards. But now because I'm doing this, I feel like I can notice that my chest isn't the best. So we're bringing it for the photo shoot basically. That weight was actually a little light, hence why I ended up doing 17 reps. But again, because I'm training at my gym today, the weights are going to be a little bit different from what I use at the other gym. Fuck. I'll have to bleep that out because you can't have swearing, can you? So yeah, my brain's gone again. That was hard. A lot of people get this wrong. So when they see like a rep target of, let's say, 8 to 10 repetitions, they'll stop at 10. Like regardless if they can keep going, they'll just stop because the program says 8 to 10. Whereas as you saw there, like I done 17 reps. No one programs 17 reps, but that was the last rep I could actually get out. So applying this more to your training will just allow you to be able to get better results in general. But then again, who am I to say because my chest and triceps are weak, right? I think it might help if you make sex noises as well, but aside from it. Jesus. So, main upper body exercise is done. Now moving back to legs. Going to be doing 2 sets of what I usually do is a hack squat, but here I've only got the leverage squat, so I'm going to be using this. I'm just getting over like a knee injury recently, and what I found is anything with a lot of knee flexion, so basically a big bend in my knee, I've got to hang a sign of caution on at the moment, so deep squats and things like this I've got to be careful with. Things like the leg press and like leg press, leg extension, and then the leg press, what I'm going to be doing in a moment, doesn't have such an aggressive bend on my knee, so it's not too bad, so I can train a little bit harder on that. But for these and stuff still, I'm just having a little bit of caution on it, so I won't be training as hard and heavy. Another thing I always get asked about is, so I've got 40 on this side, 20 on this side. People get funny about it, but to me, because it's all on one machine, one like big block, it can't matter, can it? Do you reckon it matters? It's all one. It's not lopsided.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it all moves as one anyway.
I get what you mean. It's not.
I could be wrong.
coming in on-
It's not like on like that.
Yeah.
On one side. Anyway, and because I was ill earlier this week, I'm flagging a little bit. I don't think I've got over it, so I'm having a midway protein bar, and then we're good to go. What I've done is I've made Ryan stand on this side, just because there's more plates on this side, so it looks like I'm lifting more. knee kicking in and on that last one, so I thought I'd hang a bit of caution on it. So yeah, we'll see. Last week when I trained, it wasn't so much during the exercise that was too bad, but I noticed after the session I could feel the knee feeling more strained. So yeah, I'm not going to push it. Promise this isn't me bitching out of legs. Generally, got a knee injury at the moment. My knee actually felt a little bit better that set. So sometimes it just takes a little bit more warming up. Again, some exercises you might need to spend longer warming up just to feel a little bit better. See my concentration phase with the tongue out. Got hard quick. That's what she said. So what a lot of people don't know about the leg press is everyone has something called an active range of movement. Probably started talking too early, but anyway, what that means is there's a certain place that you can get to where you can control the movement. So for instance, I can pull my leg in this far. That means this is where I have control with. However, if I apply weight, like the leg press coming down to me, you can see I could take my knee a lot further. However, that's outside my active range of movement. Oh, cramp in my hip. And that's like where you can lead to getting injuries and stuff because it's not your control, let's say, it's the weight pushing you into that position. So for instance, because I can pull to here, that means I can maintain a neutral spine. However, to come in closer, as you can see, my bum and back rounds off. So what that means is I'm going outside my active range for my legs and starting using different areas of my body to get there. So a good way to test your range of movement before you come on a leg press is just contract and pull in, see where you can contract to on both sides. And then from there, you can basically get into it. I know this audio is probably going to sound shit and me really huffy and puffy, but it's good information though, isn't it? Hip hop, rap and stuff like that. But it always gets to a point in a workout, especially if I'm training legs, where like it's too hardcore for my ears anymore and I need something a bit more chill basically to listen to. Or if I got headphones in, I have to take them out. I just can't do it anymore. It's just too much like, I don't know, stimulation or something. It kills me. You ever had that? Oh, you listen to silence anyway. You're already a psychopath. Nothing like some self-assistance, right? Legs are done. So final exercise is going to be some delts. And my delts are probably one of my stronger areas, or my side delt anyway. So hence why I'm doing them last in the workout. So yeah, usually again I do it on a machine, but because I haven't got that today, cables is going to be the one. When you do lateral raises as well, you always want to make sure that you come like at a 30-degree angle in front of the body, because this is where like your scapula sits in the plane of movement. A lot of people go directly to the side and they feel it a lot in their traps. And that's because they're shutting off their shoulder blade basically and contracting those muscles more. This isn't very scientific speak while I'm doing this exercise, but Do it at a 30-degree angle, it's so much better. So a lot of people end up getting tangled in the S exercise when they try and do the crossover. Best thing to do is grab one side, pass it behind your back, step over to the other side of the machine, and then from there, you're in place. When it comes to this exercise, what you'll find is as you start to fatigue, you'll want to like slightly cheat by lifting your rib cage up because it makes it easier. Main thing I'm concentrating on this is driving my rib cage down as I do it, just so I can make sure that tension stays in the delts and I don't make it a lot easier by changing my position. So I've got one more set left of these to do, and then basically I'm just going to call this video here because I'm taxed and I'm done. But that's basically one of my full body push workouts at the moment that I'm doing. So hopefully you got a lot of insight into it, and hopefully you got a lot of information from like why I'm doing certain exercises, certain orders and things, and then also just some tips and tricks and an insight into me a little bit more as well. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, because what I'll do is I'll film another video of my training split at the moment and give you a little bit more information on some other exercises and other training days, hopefully to help you maximize your training. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.